has gone well and you both like each other. Demonstrate confidence in a strong closing, and then you can ask for a second date in whatever manner works for you. Remember to close once more after the date, perhaps text or face-to-face, so you leave with certain plans for the next time you meet. And perhaps no section of the date is as important as the closing, since it's the last thing your date will hear. And so, since it's so critical, you should prepare and practice it more often. You can end with a powerful quotation, a relevant song lyric or movie line, a rousing call to action, a story, a question, or in most cases, a link back to your opening statement that suits your story the best. I'm sure after what you've heard so far, you know that confidence is key. So just be confident and don't display any nervous body language. You don't also either want to leave a date really quickly or without plans for the next one. Now I'll hand it over to Louis, who will cover the question and answer part of the date.
Thanks so much, Navy. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Luis, and I'm going to talk about active listening during the day and the benefits of it. So the next video, it's going to be about active listening and how you can benefit from it.
It's just, there's all this pressure, and sometimes it feels like it's right up on me, and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless, and I don't know if it's gonna stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever gonna stop.
Did you have a nail in your head?
It's not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there.
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing...
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
See, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're
out.
not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just, sometimes it's like, there's this achy, I don't know what it is. and all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
That sounds really hard.
Ow!
Come on, if you would just...
Don't.
Thank you. Does this sound familiar? Yeah. Well, has anyone experienced something like this? Would you like to share it? No? Well, to be honest, that happens to me multiple times. With my wife, when she wants to share something that she already knows the answer or how to solve it, I think she just needs someone to reassure what she already knows. But she still wants someone to hear her. So the woman in the video just wanted, she knew that she had a nail, but she just wanted someone to hear her, right? So we need to demonstrate, for the love, we need to demonstrate your listening skills. So we need to make sure that your date knows that you're like listening, you're present. So your body language needs to say, hey, I'm here and I'm listening. And what you're saying is important to them. So make sure that you are making eye contact, because this shows confidence, but also shows respect, right? And so we can use our body language to say, I'm here and listening, by like nodding, or smiling, or saying, uh-huh. So you like some cues that will tell her, okay, yeah, he's listening. And so pay attention to what they're saying, but also pay attention to the way they're saying it, or their body language. So don't ignore the language. So don't hate ignoring the body language. Also, paraphrase the questions. When you paraphrase the questions, you give the chance to better explain what they want to say. If you do this, then you will make sure that you really understand the meaning. So when you paraphrase, you give him or give her the chance to understand really to express really what's the meaning of the question. So don't rush to answer the questions before they finish making the question. And also really important, make open-ended questions. When you make open-ended questions, you you encourage your date to participate more. Also, you help to know more about him or about her, and also that this will encourage your date to do the same. So by both doing like open-ended questions, it will help to understand better each other and know more details about them. At the end, you want to know more details about them. So avoid making just like yes or no questions, or some questions that will like easily be responded by yes or no, or vague questions. Yeah, and a fun fact. Do you know that the word listen contains the same letters as the word silent? So as we can see in the Venus cartoon, it's a big part of like the conversation is to just be silent, right? To actually listen, to practically listening. And so paraphrasing the article, can you repeat that from the Teaching Active Listening and in Management Education by Sandra E. Spataro? To be able to transfer active listening, you need to understand it and transfer it. You need to understand it. You need to know why it's important, but more importantly, you need to practice it. So everyone benefits from active listening. Active listening just not applies to your day or your personal relationships. It also applies to your workplace. When you actively listen to your coworker or your boss, that, like I said, that shows respect, and this could help increase the chances to build a better relationship. So everyone, this is a win-win scenario where everyone gets benefits from this. So now I'll pass to Kensei.
One last activity, or just for you to take for yourself, is the sheet you were taking notes on. You have 2 more columns. Rate your confidence in using the recommendations from 1 to 5. So, least confident to most confident. And I hope after this presentation, you can be most confident about practicing this in your next training session. And then the next column is how you can apply this to your next training session. So tips and tricks that you would be enthusiastic about using for your next presentation and preparing for that. So 30 seconds on the clock, and you guys can take a look, and maybe you'll take 1 or 2 volunteers afterwards to share their answers. Okay, I hope everyone got a chance to fill out at least 1 box. Does anyone want to share any things that they could use for their presentation? Anything they can take away from our presentation?
The mind map really will help in organizing the presentation next time.
Thank you.
Ending the day successfully with the presentation. For our group, that was one of our feedback, was to have a stronger closing.
That was one of the was to when ending the day and ending the presentation to really restate and summarize to help emphasize all of the points.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'll pass it on to Hense to close out the presentation.
Thank you, Vivi. So now our relationship team has now gone over 5 recommendations to help you land that second date. Now you now know how to grab your date's attention by using such accents as keeping it simple and specific. You also know how to collect and focus what to say by utilizing a mind map. And next, we gave you important tips to organize your thoughts clearly by using personal stories. And after that, we showed you pointers on how to end your date successfully by summarizing the main points. And finally, provided vital information on demonstrating active listening, such as asking open-ended questions and listening effectively. To be honest, if I had this training before my first date, I'd probably be married right now. Just joking. But these tips definitely would have came in handy and helped me prevent such a bad first date experience. So as a great Hall of Fame coach, Bill Parcells once said, knowledge is confidence. So go out with confidence, knowing that all you guys now possess the knowledge and skills to land that second date. Thank you guys. Have a great night. But we also do have some questions. If you guys have some questions, we'd love to take some.
If you already messed up, if I messed up my first date, which tip could help me get a second one? Asking for a friend.
Great question, great question. So one of the things you can do, you can call your date back up and grab her attention. Is one of the skills earlier, mention, help mess with, we use humor, laughter, to grab her attention, and then ask open-ended questions on, to get that second date.
Do you have any tips for getting your presentation ready that you weren't able to fit in?
Sure. Some tips would be like to have someone, especially for the content of your presentation, have a peer review group. Team 3 did a wonderful job for us, and we really thank you for your help. Having someone else, a third party, look at your work is really helpful. And also, just having more activities for people to do is just keeps them more engaged and more helpful for presentation.